a most important thing. Like if you want a server to be available all the time. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
for example, if I'm having only one server and if that particular server goes down or got crashed, means my data, everything will be lost. Correct. So I don't having
Okay.
any in my, maybe I have easy to instance backup means, but if I have triggered my server level backup means I can able to have that those data in my data directory, and based upon that I can restore. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here nothing is there. If everything is crash means, so in that purpose only we are using master slave replication. So replication is a process where data from one MySQL server is copied to the one or more other MySQL server. So there can be one master and one slave. There can be one master and multiple slaves. So many scenarios are there. You just, but most commonly used thing is master slave replication. So there is
Okay.
also master replication is also there.
Mm-hmm.
So but most commonly they will use master slave only. Why they won't use master means, if master is there means both the master will accept the read write request, both the requests it will receive. So at that time what happen, if the data get mismatched or overlapped means, it may get a chance like data can be overwritten, or data can be duplicated, or data can be some issue, data consistency issue would be there in case of master.
Okay.
So if
So
it is like this,
read write means.
read write means simple. Read means select query. Write means insert, update, create, like that query. Simple.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So here, so in this scenario, like this master only will be available to the customer. So through this only they will perform all the read, all the write. Okay. So this
Okay.
slave will receive all the changes updated by the master, and it will receive. Okay. Master and
Mm-hmm.
slave is nothing but this is one MySQL server. This is other MySQL server. That's all, which will call me as primary as a master and replica as a secondary. Okay.
Okay.
So binary
Mm-hmm.
logging in master. So previous class in logs chapter, I have said about binary log, and I have mentioned you like while teaching replication, it will help you like that. So what is the binary log actually? Have you gone through what is binary log actually does?
Binary.
Yeah, binary log. There are slow query log, general log, error log, then binary log, redo log, undo log, relay log. I have taught you so many logs. So in that binary logs, what it will do?
Uh, it is used for recording that made to a database. Like.
Okay, binary log is nothing but it is useful for recording all changes to the database. Only changes
Yeah.
like
Mm.
DDL, DML query, like insert, update, delete,
Okay.
create. So if anything is affecting my database structure, those
Okay.
things has been logged in my binary log. So using that binary log, I can able to recover my database to a particular time. So that day I have taught you about point in time recovery, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if my data got lost in some particular time means, I can able to restore that log using the binary log.
Okay. Okay.
So these are the concepts of binary logging. So this will be having only DDL and DML, and what are the changes happening to the database. So in further in future case, if anyone asks like what is a binary log means, why you use binary log means, so you need to say like binary log helps in recording all the changes happening to the database. So based upon the binary log, it will be helpful in replication. The changes happening in the master will be replicated to the slave through the binary log. So it will be
Okay.
helpful in both replication process and point in time recovery process. Point in time recovery is nothing but, for example, if the system got crashed by 3 p.m. and you are at 5 p.m., someone have deleted the data by mistakenly by 3 p.m. means you can able to retrieve the deleted data on 5 p.m. using, how will you do, using binary log, because binary log have all the changes happen to the database. So based upon that I can able to find which data is get deleted, and based upon that I can do my insertion.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
this,
Just a second. So I didn't
yeah.
understand here. 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. What is it?
Okay.
Whenever we lost the data at 3 p.m., so you can get that data by using binary log.
Okay, this
At
is
5 p.m., you said like that.
yeah. This is 5 p.m. This is 3 p.m. Okay, someone have deleted any record 3 p.m. in any database or any table. They have removed truncated record or deleted record. Okay,
Okay.
using binary log. So the binary log have all the changes, right? So use
Yes.
that binary log will be having the delete command as well logged in the binary log. So if someone is coming and saying Akhil by 3 p.m. the logs got deleted. So we need to get the timing, which time the logs or which time it has deleted. So based upon that, we need to go and we need to open that binary log and we need to restore that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
At that time,
Point in time recovery. Wait,
at that
I
time,
have
what?
given the video for you as well, right? To go through that day.
Okay. Okay.
Point
Go
in
ahead.
time.
Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
So there is a point in time recovery. You can further you can. So how the master slave works.
Okay.
This is the concept. So before proceeding with binary log, so before
Okay.
proceeding to level application, these are the prerequisites.
Mm-hmm. So
These are the
whatever, I mean
prerequisites.
logs. Just a second, Ajay. I'll say
Yeah.
you. Binary log here means like whatever a user like whatever command is running, a syntax like a query is running like select command or else like insert command, whether it is read or write. So every query
No, no,
it
no, no.
generates
Only
a
write
binary log.
operation will be logged in the binary log.
Sorry, say once again.
Every write operation.
Every write operation is considered as a binary log. Got it. Got it. Now I understood.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
what I'm saying. Only the changes happening to the database. It
Oh,
won't
only the
you select and all, you are just reading the data right from the database. You will be taking. You are not inserting into database. Select, you will take the record from the database. But insert,
okay.
create, and all, it will change the database. It will affect the database. It will change the structure. So what are the
Right.
changes happening? It will be logged in the binary log.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So these are the prerequisites. Like before proceeding with master slave replication, we need to have a two server MySQL with static IP with the same MySQL version installed.
Okay.
So that only in that case only I have asked you to install two MySQL server with the same version.
Got it.
So once it
Okay.
is there, we need to have necessary port access
Mm-hmm.
like 3306 so that this user from here can connect to this database using that post access and they can able to fetch the data because this is also a MySQL server. This is also MySQL server. So slave need to make any changes in the slave environment means it need to connect to the master, right? So this is the default MySQL port number. Through this, it can able to connect.
Okay.
So you need to get the port access, necessary port access. Then we need to have separate
Okay.
server ID in each. So separate server ID means like in configuration file you will be giving server ID. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So the server ID is nothing but a unique identifier. For example, for you, you have name Akil. I am having name Ajay. So we are having our separate unique name, right? So that's what I'm saying. In both server, we will be having my.cnf file. So in that my.cnf file, you need to give server ID one means in master means the server ID you need to give different number, any number. You can give 10, you can give 1,000, you can give any.
Okay, we need to
Sorry,
have
one
separate
minute,
server
one
ID.
minute,
Okay.
1 minute. சொல்லுடா.
Yes.
Yeah, what you are asking?
So now when we are doing like practically, right? So at that time, can show me the server ID. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm giving you a theory. After this, I will show the thing.
got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
So these are the things we need to have.
Okay.
So how it works, I will let you know. So here we will be having two threads. Okay.
Okay.
Here we will be having two threads. Okay. One is input output thread. Other is SQL thread. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So what this input output thread will do means
Okay.
it will read all the changes happened in binary log. It will read all the logs from the happen. All the logs happened in the binary log and write it to the relay log. Okay. So what this does means. So what this. So sorry, sorry. It, okay. This is what input output thread will do. What SQL thread will do means
IO thread. Okay.
so this is how the application works. So first, if any user is changing any data, this
Okay.
is the client. He will be. This is client who will be changing data. Client using DML, he will change any data means that request will come into the master. So that log will be first stored in the binary log. So from
Okay.
this thing will happen in the binary log. Then from
Mm-hmm.
binary log, it will be again this input output thread is there, right? So what this input output thread will do, it will log all the changes. What are the changes happened in the binary log? It will write into the relay log. So where is the relay log located? It is located in the slave. So it will
Okay.
write to the slave relay log. So from this slave relay log, this SQL thread will read the relay log. It will read the relay log and what are the changes are there happen. It will just apply the changes to the slave database. So this is how it works. You
Okay,
got this
just a
now?
second. One doubt. Okay, so here you said for IO thread, you said it will log all changes happened and write it in the relay log. What does it write? What does it write? In IO thread, I didn't understand the
Like
write
same here,
command.
we have binary log, right? So what this binary log is doing, it will write all the changes happening in the database and it will write the log. Write means it's just a log, capturing the log. What are the changes happen?
Yes. Okay.
The same binary log that it will be in the relay log.
Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Simple
Okay.
only. For example, how can we do?
Okay. Okay. So whatever. So the difference between IO thread and SQL thread won't be that much difference, right? So whatever we are
No, no,
doing
no.
in.
It is getting from binary log and writing into relay log. This
Okay.
is getting from relay log and writing into the database. Making the changes into database.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Bro, simple bro. In
Yeah.
master you are having binary log,
I
right?
mean, I
Same
understood
like
that.
that you will relay you have relay log. So here the client is giving if the changes we are making in the binary log, and here the input output thread log all the changes and write into the relay log. From this log the changes will be happening to a slave database. This is the process.
Okay, okay. But what I'm saying is like IO thread and SQL thread is doing the same task. But
No,
here IO thread is doing from binary log to relay log, whereas SQL thread is doing the task from relay log to from the slave server.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
got it.
these both IO thread plus SQL thread, these both together call the slave running.
Acha. Okay,
This IO thread plus SQL thread is equal the slave. This is the slave process. These both process included considered as a slave process.
okay,
Okay,
got it. Okay.
so that's all. This is the process.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So in this like same like this, we can multiple slave. You can have another slave. So for this slave also, it will be right from this binary log.
Okay. Oh, okay. There will be one more binary log. Oh, okay. It will. Oh, wow.
So with the same binary log, it will read. Here,
Okay.
this server will having the separate relay log. This server will have the separate server ID, separate static IP. Everything is there. Static IP is nothing but if this server is 10.0.0.1 means this server will be 10.0.0.3. This server will be 10.0.0.4. So that is a static IP, and each should have server ID. If this is have this having server ID 1 means this can have server ID 2, this can have server ID 4 like that. But it should be unique, different from each other. Okay,
Okay.
so that's all. So now that's what I have explained here. How this process works. If you read this, you will get SQL thread, water, SQL thread 2, IO thread 2. This is the same process. Okay.
Okay.
So that's all.
Got it.
See, types of replication is there: asynchronous replication, semi-synchronous replication. So in
Uh-huh.
MySQL, it is asynchronous replication. So what is asynchronous replication means? If any data happening in this master,
Okay.
once the transaction is get committed, it will says the client like the transaction is committed and it will receive the another transaction. Okay, this is asynchronous. If it is synchronous means the changes happen in the master need to be applied in the slave as well, and then only it will say like the transaction is committed. You got a asynchronous is like
Okay.
only the master involves, and if changes happening to the database it only allow the means it only sends the client like this transaction has been committed. If it is synchronous means both the changes the changes will be happening in both the master and slave.
At a time.
Clear, let me explain it very clearly. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if client is sending any request, first the master will receive. then it will apply to the database and it will apply to the binary log, and then after sometimes only the changes will be sent to the slave. After some time means it will be like a delay of 1 minute, 2 minutes, but the changes will be continuously going, but the delay time will be 1 minute, 2 minutes. So that is called asynchronous. If it is synchronous means the master will apply the changes, then send to the slave. Then slave will apply the changes. Once the changes is happened in the both the database, then it will say the client like send the another request like that. But in asynchronous, only the master perform the change and will ask the client for the next second request. But this process will be continuing in the background. Only difference is in asynchronous, only the master will be involved and give the acknowledgement as the commit has been happened. But in synchronous, both the master and slave need to get committed, and then only the acknowledgement will be sent to the client.
Okay.
Is it
Okay.
clear now?
Yes. Yes.
So this is what I have mentioned here. If you are not clear, you just re open the class and see. Otherwise, you just Google and you just see the any video. It will be understandable. So that is what I have explained here. So what I have, I will read it here itself.
And what
Okay,
is semi-synchronous?
it's that's what I'll read. Wait. So by default, MySQL replication is asynchronous, meaning
Okay.
the master does not wait for the slave to confirm, which means master does not wait for the slave like it won't wait for slave like slave you need to update like whether the changes I have sent you just updated or not. It won't wait. It will directly apply the changes and acknowledge the client request. There is a chance that slave may be behind the master. Slave may be behind the master means the changes happened in the master may not be reflected in the slave. It will affect some time to change. Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Semi-synchronous. MySQL also supports semi-synchronous where master wait for at least one slave or to acknowledge. If I am having two to three slave means at least my master will wait for any one of the slave to acknowledge. Okay, in any one of the slave the changes has been applied. Then it will send the client like acknowledgement. Okay, you can send the another request like that. If we are having two three slave means in that case we will be having semi-synchronous. So MySQL supports semi-synchronous where the master waits for at least one slave to acknowledge receipt of transaction before committing into the claim. So before committing to the claim, master will confirm like in any one of the change slave the changes has been applied like that.
Okay. Okay.
This provides more durability. Durability is nothing but both the master and slave will have the data, right? So the data will be present in the disk. So in case of any crash also it won't be any issue because in both the master and slave the data was there. So if my master fails means I can directly move on to my slave and the data will be still available, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the case. So that's all.
Okay.
So below are the steps before configuring. So these are the steps. This is what I have mentioned. You need to go to the CNF file and you need to update. You just first go to the both the instance, share your screen.
Just a second. I mean, what do you say?
I was there in that water, Durgam Jev,
Oh,
Madhapur,
got it.
that
Got it.
area I was there.
Have you worked there?
No, yeah, in my previous organization, they have sent us training to Hyderabad for. I was there along like 9 to 10 months. I was there in
Okay.
Durgam Jev, Madhapur.
Yeah,
Then
that was
we have
the IT.
Chipoli,
IT hub.
High Tech City.
Okay. Okay. I
Then
mean,
we
you
have.
stayed in the IT hub location.
Sorry, bro.
That is the place where IT hub. It is the
Yeah, yeah,
place
yeah,
of
yeah. So there is one TV is there, Yep TV. Have you heard of Yep TV?
FTV. When was
Mm-hmm.
this actually?
This was 2 years ago, 2003, 23.
No, I was in the US at that time.
No, no, no.
FTV, I know. What is it?
It's kind of a media. So previously I have worked for Sun TV network, bro. You know,
Okay.
right? Sun TV network, Sun Next
Yeah.
application.
Yes.
Yeah, in Sun Next application I have worked 6 months ago. So just now I have left that organization. I'm working with different organization. So that time while I have worked in Sun, they have sent us KD to the FTV, because F only was handling the Sun Next platform previously.
Mm-hmm.
So what Sun have decided, they decided to take a own IT team and they decided to take the KT from the F. So they hired like literally 50 to 60 people in all the range, like database, Python developer, Java developer, and they have recruited and they have sent us to Hyderabad, and we have stayed there in Durgam only. For past, it was nearly around 1 year we have stayed there, and we have got the KT, and then by September September end we came, like September, sorry, 2023 September October we came here again to Chennai, and we started working in this location.
Acha, acha. So during those period, is company paid the expenses?
Yeah, yeah. Everything was taken by the company, only accommodation, even for travel allowance also we can claim. So they have taken care of everything, food accommodation, everything.
So
We just
where
need.
did you stay accommodation? Like where did you stay?
It was one service apartment. I don't know the apartment name. Luxor Park. It was near that cult fit was there near Durgam Save.
Okay.
In Durgam Save, that cable bridge is there, right?
Yes.
Near that cable bridge, one park will be there. Below the cable bridge, one park will be there. Near
Okay.
that
Okay.
park only we have stayed. Yeah, near that park only we have stayed.
Yeah, the park. I think it's a hotel, right? I mean, you mean park? I mean park or else hotel? You are saying?
Yeah, in below that cable bridge, there will be one lake will be there, right? Around
Yes.
that lake, that park will be there, and people will do boating and all. So
Okay.
near that park only we have stayed.
Acha. Acha. Mm-hmm. Oh, it is taking time to initialize.
No, once again.
Okay. Shall I do it one after another?